See, one of the things about when you're when you're working class, you have to deal directly with customers. And eventually, you start getting used to seeing them. Then you see daughters return home from where they had moved to. You see people's wives get ill, come back out of illness. You start getting used to people. It's very different than when you're dealing with anonymous people online and advocating for the working class. It's it's just different. Boy, this is, actually I'm going to take the long way. Whoa, it's sunny. It's nice and sunny here. Just saw somebody I hadn't seen in a long time. He's gotten older. The weight's starting to fall off of him. It's tough. It's a little tough to see. That's how we are. Made sure to tell him, come on by and get some fried chicken sometime. Tell your wife I said hello. Tell your daughter I said hello. So, there was a interesting article I saw. It was a poll done. It was done on independents and Democrats. And they were expressing how the vast majority of them don't think that the Biden administration let people in on purpose. Now, of course, the same day that this poll comes out in an article, well then the release on X of somebody pointing out, oh no, here's actually the TSA protocol that was enacted to let people in on purpose. So as usual, the Democrats are wrong and delusional. And it's just now this fascinating thing of exactly how delusional is it going to get. Oh man, my old man eyes are watering from the sun. I'm going to have to wear those big ass sunglasses. Those gigantic old man sunglasses. That's what I'm going to have to wear. Because I'm old. So Governor Jay Inslee said something totally preposterous and worthy of ridicule. He started talking about how, well, there's science behind the fact that there is a spectrum in human sex. It's science. There's a scale, or he was arguing the spectrum thing. And then he even went so far as to say the most inane thing that all advocates for gender theory and queer theory say, where they just start talking about deformations and mutations such as intersex or hermaphrodites, as really I think the term really makes more sense that way, but maybe it doesn't, I don't know. From what I understand, that's actually the actual biological term, because it happens to other creatures, and we say they're hermaphrodites. We don't say that they're some other species and they're intersex. We just don't use that term. It's not a real term from real science. It's actually a really important thing that a real term isn't being used. A fake term is repeatedly being used. Repeatedly. Well, this is the beautiful part about this. As I said just earlier this week, don't worry, we're going to have hearings. And in these hearings, you're going to be mocked for not actually being scientifically driven. Most of what you've said about anthropogenic global warming, well, note, you see all that died over the last 2 years because of volcanoes that erupted, completely changing weather patterns. So none of the computer models from any universities still work. This is why they have to use, again, a word that's not a real term from meteorology called atmospheric rivers. That's not a real term from meteorology or any realm of science. It's some kind of like chick speak, corpse speak, HR lady speak, that we've gotten so used to. So a lot of people just need to get this idea. We know you're full of shit. Like the song, I got your number. You could fool some people some part of the time. I got your number. And so Democrats, we got your number. Your movement is ending. And now we're starting to, the beauty of this for me is, so now you're denying that which can even be easily proven. Easily. Good. Die on that hill. Die on the gender mountain. Die on Gender Bender Mountain. Die on Brokeback Mountain, because that would be a good place to put the flag and then watch it burn. That's because that's what's going to happen. Winning doesn't even describe it. Losing doesn't really describe it. You're simply going to fail because you can't convince people of your extremely spurious area of bizarro world thinking of gender theory and queer theory. None of it's real. It's all theories of bad psychology and bad social philosophy that really is just trying to figure out how a bunch of white bigots can kind of make themselves a superior group of people by saying they're beyond the norms of humanity, saying they're non-binary. Well, you'll fail, and we'll win more. So it's all good. Now, what's going to end up happening to all of you? I don't know. Nobody's planning anything. Nobody's like, oh, and then when we win, we're going to do it. No, nobody's doing that. Because you see, in believing something like that, it once again is this appeal to one's sense of self-importance. The left really, really takes itself extremely seriously in ways that are don't make a lot of sense. But Inslee, wow, I feel for you, bro, living there in his state. All right, take care.